Listen every morning, just minutes. Stoicism. A calm morning creates a strong life. Every morning is a silent opportunity to reset your mind before the world demands your attention. Stoicism teaches that the first thoughts you accept shape the entire day. When you begin with wisdom instead of worry, you move differently. You speak differently. You respond differently. Listening in the morning is not about escaping reality, it is about entering reality prepared. When your mind is steady, nothing outside of you feels overwhelming. Control the mind before the world tries to control you. Most stress begins when the world enters your mind too early. Stoicism teaches you to establish inner order before external chaos arrives. When you listen each morning, you remind yourself that you are not obligated to react to everything. You choose what deserves your energy. This single habit protects your peace more than any external success ever could. Peace is built, not found. Stoicism reminds you that peace does not appear by accident. It is created through repeated discipline. Morning listening becomes a mental shield. It strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure. Over time, this calm becomes natural. You stop chasing peace and start carrying it with you. Your reactions determine your reality. Events do not disturb you. Your judgments do. This Stoic truth changes everything when practiced daily. Listening every morning trains you to pause before reacting. That pause saves relationships, protects decisions, and preserves dignity. When you respond instead of react, life begins to feel lighter. Silence sharpens strength. Stoicism values silence because silence builds awareness. Listening in the morning teaches you to sit with your thoughts instead of running from them. In silence, you notice patterns. You see where fear hides and where strength grows. The quieter your mind becomes, the clearer your path appears. Discipline creates freedom. Many people think freedom comes from doing whatever they want. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Freedom comes from self-control. Morning listening builds discipline gently but consistently. When you master small habits, larger challenges lose their power over you. Discipline frees you from regret. Calm attracts clarity. When your mind is rushed, decisions are rushed. Stoicism teaches that calm thinking produces clear choices. Listening each morning slows your inner world just enough to think wisely. You stop making emotional decisions that cost you later. Calm becomes your advantage. Confidence grows in quiet moments. True confidence does not come from noise or attention. It comes from self-trust. When you keep a daily practice, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. This builds inner confidence that does not depend on validation. Others feel it, even when you say nothing. Emotional balance is a skill. Stoicism does not teach emotional suppression. It teaches emotional balance. Morning listening creates space between feeling and action. You still experience emotions, but they no longer control you. This balance protects your energy and strengthens your character. Hardship becomes training. Stoicism prepares you for difficulty rather than promising comfort. When you listen daily, you remind yourself that challenges are part of life. This mindset removes shock and resentment. You stop asking why life is hard and start asking how to grow stronger. Patience becomes natural. Morning Stoic reflection teaches patience without frustration. You learn to trust effort and time. When patience grows, desperation fades. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing progress. Life responds better to calm persistence than anxious urgency. Gratitude stabilizes the mind. Stoicism encourages gratitude not because life is perfect, but because gratitude grounds you. Listening each morning shifts focus from what is missing to what remains. This mindset builds resilience and protects you from bitterness. Detachment restores power. When you detach from outcomes, you gain peace. Stoicism teaches you to give your best effort without clinging to results. Morning listening reinforces this truth daily. When you release attachment, fear loosens its grip. Self-respect replaces approval seeking. Stoic wisdom reminds you that approval is unreliable. When you listen daily, your self-worth becomes internal. Praise no longer inflates you. Criticism no longer breaks you. This emotional independence is rare and powerful. Focus becomes intentional. Listening every morning trains your attention. You become selective with your energy. Distractions lose their pull. Focus deepens. Progress accelerates. Stoicism teaches depth over noise, and this habit strengthens that discipline. Stress loses authority. When you understand what is within your control, stress weakens. Morning listening reinforces this Stoic principle daily. You stop wasting energy on what you cannot change and invest it where it matters. Consistency reshapes identity. Small daily practices shape who you become. Stoicism is lived, not read. Listening every morning slowly changes how you see yourself. You become calmer, steadier, and more grounded without forcing change. Inner order creates outer stability. When your inner world is organized, the outer world feels manageable. Morning Stoic reflection builds mental structure. Chaos outside no longer creates chaos inside. You become less reactive to people. Stoicism teaches that people act according to their nature. Listening daily helps you stop taking everything personally. This emotional distance protects your peace and preserves relationships. Wisdom becomes instinct over time. Stoic principles move from thought to instinct. Listening every morning turns philosophy into behavior. You begin to act wisely without effort. You stop rushing life. Stoicism teaches that rushing creates suffering. Morning listening slows your perception of time. You move with intention rather than urgency. Life feels fuller and more controlled. Mental strength replaces motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Listening daily builds mental strength that does not rely on mood. You act because it is right, not because you feel like it. Clarity replaces confusion. When your mind is calm, clarity follows. Morning Stoic reflection clears mental fog. Decisions become simpler. Direction becomes visible. You become unshaken by uncertainty. Stoicism prepares you for uncertainty by grounding you in principles. Listening daily reminds you that you can handle whatever comes. Confidence grows quietly. Presence becomes your power. Stoic listening anchors you in the present moment. Regret loses power. Anxiety weakens. You act from awareness instead of fear. You carry calm into the day. The morning sets the emotional tone. When you begin with Stoic wisdom, calm follows you into conversations, work, and challenges. Others feel it. Life feels lighter without being easier. Stoicism does not promise an easy life. It promises a strong mind. Morning listening makes burdens feel lighter because you are stronger. This becomes your daily refuge over time. Listening becomes a safe mental space. A place where you return to yourself. A place of strength and clarity. If this practice brings you calm and focus, make this channel part of your daily routine. Subscribe to this channel for more Stoic wisdom, grounding reflections, and mental discipline designed to strengthen your mind and steady your life. Stay consistent. Stay calm. More powerful Stoic teachings are waiting for you here. Each morning is a quiet doorway into the kind of life you will live. Stoicism teaches that how you begin the day determines how strongly you stand when challenges appear. When you listen in the morning, before the noise of the world rushes in, you give your mind direction. You remind yourself that peace is not found outside of you, but built within you. This practice is not about escaping reality. It is about preparing yourself to meet it with calm strength. Stoicism trains you to wake up with intention rather than anxiety. Instead of reaching for distraction, you reach for clarity. You remind yourself that some things are within your control, and many things are not. This simple awareness removes unnecessary pressure. You stop fighting what you cannot change and focus your energy where it truly matters. This mindset creates emotional stability that carries you through the day. Listening each morning reshapes how you react to people and situations. Stoicism teaches that events themselves are neutral. It is your judgment that gives them power. When you absorb this truth daily, insults lose their sting, delays lose their frustration, and setbacks lose their ability to break you. You begin to respond instead of react. Calm becomes your default state. Consistency is where transformation happens. Stoic wisdom is not magic. It is discipline practiced quietly over time. When you listen every morning, your mind slowly rewires itself. Fear weakens. Focus sharpens. You begin to trust yourself more deeply because you know you can remain steady regardless of circumstances. This inner trust is rare, and it attracts respect naturally. Stoicism reminds you that life owes you nothing, yet offers you everything when you are prepared. When you release entitlement, gratitude grows. You stop demanding perfection and start appreciating progress. This shift changes how you experience daily life. Even ordinary moments feel grounded and meaningful. Peace stops being something you chase and becomes something you carry. Silence plays a powerful role in Stoic practice. Listening teaches you restraint. You learn that not every thought needs attention and not every emotion needs expression. When you master silence, you master yourself. Your words become intentional. Your actions become deliberate. Others begin to notice your calm presence without you needing to announce it. Morning listening strengthens discipline. Stoicism values self-control over comfort. When you commit to this habit, even on days when motivation is low, you build integrity with yourself. You prove that you can keep promises to your own mind. This self-respect becomes the foundation of confidence. Confidence built this way cannot be shaken by opinions. The Stoic mind does not avoid hardship. It prepares for it by listening daily. You remind yourself that difficulty is part of growth. Resistance builds strength. Challenge builds character. When problems arise, you no longer feel attacked by life. You feel trained for it. This perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities for inner growth. Stoicism teaches emotional balance, not emotional absence. You still feel joy, sadness, and frustration, but you are no longer controlled by them. Morning reflection creates space between stimulus and response. In that space, you choose wisdom over impulse. That single pause changes the outcome of countless moments. Over time, listening becomes grounding. You carry a sense of order within yourself even when the world feels chaotic. This internal order reduces stress and sharpens decision-making. You move through your day with quiet confidence, knowing that you can handle whatever arises with dignity and reason. Stoic listening cultivates patience. You stop rushing outcomes. You trust that effort combined with time produces results. This patience removes desperation and replaces it with calm persistence. People who are patient without bitterness possess rare strength. They endure without complaint and progress without noise. Gratitude naturally follows this practice. Each morning, you remember what you still have rather than what you lack. This mindset shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude strengthens resilience and softens resentment. It allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary emotional weight. As you continue listening, you become less reactive to external validation. Praise does not inflate you. Criticism does not crush you. Stoicism teaches self-worth rooted in character rather than applause. This independence frees you from emotional dependence on others and restores your personal power. This practice also sharpens awareness. You begin to notice patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. You see where you waste energy and where you grow stronger. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. Stoicism is not about perfection. It is about progress through understanding. When you listen every morning, life becomes less overwhelming. You stop trying to control everything and focus on controlling yourself. This shift reduces anxiety and increases clarity. You no longer feel lost in the day. You feel guided by principles that have stood the test of time. If these words bring you calm, strength, or clarity, make this space your daily refuge. Subscribe to this channel for more Stoic wisdom, mental discipline, and grounding reflections designed to strengthen your mind and steady your life. Stay consistent. Stay focused. More powerful teachings are waiting for you here.